Yeah, let's move on to a Tottenham update next. We've got a couple of transfer tidbits to talk about that's doing the rounds on the press at the moment. And we're going to start off talking about that old chestnut, Milan Skriniar.
Oh, come on.
No, we're not in Milan to talk about. There's been no pictures of...
always 5 years too
what was
late
his
with a lot
name?
of
What was
signings.
the old sporting director's name that was out in...
Steve
Hitchin.
Hitchin.
There's no picture of Steve Hitchin out in Milan going to talk about him, but Gazzetta Italia are saying that Spurs are interested in PSG defender Milan Skriniar and are credible candidates to land him. It's obviously come out in the press, hasn't it, that PSG want to get rid of Milan Skriniar as early as January. Would you take him at Spurs? How old is he now? Is he 30?
30? He's probably over 30, I think, at the moment. Milan Skriniar? Maybe not, actually. Because I think didn't he sign... How old was he?
He's 29.
Yeah, he's 29, so just under 30. Obviously, still a great defender. I know he hasn't had a great time at PSG, but let's be honest, like... PSG at the moment are just a bit of a mess. They don't really know where they're going, albeit they are top of the league, but obviously they do win the league every year. We've seen good players not work out there and stuff like that. I don't think just because he hasn't worked out at PSG means he's a bad defender. Is he right for Tottenham? If you asked me under Mourinho or a Conte, I would have said 100%. Under Ange, look, don't get me wrong, if we were to sign him, our centre-back cover definitely improves, and I'm sure he could do a job. Is he the perfect fit? No, he just isn't. I don't think he's the best ball player, albeit I don't think he's terrible, but he's just not like brilliant at it. That's not his big strength. He's a really, really good defender. He's really brilliant in the defensive side of the game. But is he he's always seems to be very good at teams who like to sit back a bit. Is he good at a team playing front foot? I don't know. I don't know if that's kind of his game. Would he be caught out too much? He's not the quickest defender as well. So, as much as are you asking me, is Skriniar better than Van de Ven, Romero, and Dragoshin? There's a very good case that we could sign him and he could potentially, as a defender, be our best defender.
As a pure defender, yeah.
But is he the best fit for the squad or how we play? Probably not. That's the reality.
I completely agree with that. And I was just checking up the wages he's on. He's on close to 400 grand a week.
Yeah, and that's also another stuff.
PSG would have to heavily subsidise those wages. They'd have to pay probably 3/4 of them, pretty much, if Spurs are going to sign Skriniar. So, I don't think this is a starter. I think, if we had Conte here, I think, I would have loved to see Skriniar at the club, but I just can't see this being a viable option. Next up, we're going to talk about Davide Frattesi. We've spoken about him quite a bit over the past couple of weeks. A publication called Inter Live saying that Tottenham do want to sign Davide Frattesi when the transfer window opens next month. Inter Milan will not sanction a loan move, though, unless there is an obligation to buy set at around 35 million euros. Spurs are willing to significantly improve his current salary.
What is his current salary?
I'll check now.
Well, I like Frattesi, really good technical midfielder. One of those midfielders who's quite good at making late runs into the box. He reminds me of a more structured version of Dele Alli, not so free-willed, but gets those running. I'm trying to think of a description of what kind of player he is in the Premier League. He
earns 100 grand euros a week.
We're going to really significantly improve that. Maybe 150 if we really want him, I guess. But that would make him one of our top highest earners.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a player that we desperately need. He's not a player who's aggressive or really good in duels in the middle. Albeit he's not the worst, but that's not his strength. His strength is late runs into the box, getting on the end of things, getting goal contributions. Also good passer of the ball as well. Really good technician in the middle. Does he improve our squad? Yes. Does he improve our first 11? I'm not convinced, to be honest. Maybe, but is it a massive improvement? I like him. I think he's a good, solid player. Don't get me wrong. He's a good player. And if he's part of your squad, he's a good squad player. Is he a player who gets into any of the top 6 teams? Is my point. I don't think.
But he plays every game pretty much for Italy.
Yeah,
he just can't really get a consistent... He literally starts for them.
Italy aren't in a great way, though, at the moment.
But he literally can't get a consistent game time for Inter Milan. That's the thing. So it's one of those weird situations where he plays for his country pretty much every game, but then can't start for his club.
He's not a bad player. Don't get me wrong. He's not a bad... And probably does improve us, but... I don't know. I just feel like it's one of those players where he's probably at his ceiling. I don't know how much better he's getting. I don't know.
How old is he?
25 or something like that.
25, yeah. It's not a bad age as well when you're talking about bringing in some experience, but I'm probably looking at, if I want to bring someone into that midfield, I wanted to see it like better than the level that we've got now, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't come in as ahead of like Decky or Maddison in the 10. Is he? He's not. Is he? Could he come in for Sarr? Maybe, but he's not as physical as Sarr. So are we losing too much physicality there? So then all of a sudden, where's the physicality coming from? So it just doesn't make too much sense.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Next up, we're going to talk about Abdulkadir KHUSANOV of Lens. A publication out in France called La Voix du Nord say that Spurs scouts have travelled to France on several occasions this season to scout KHUSANOV and he's caught their eye with his impressive displays for Lens this season. However, the North London club are not the only ones plotting a move for the youngster. The centre-back's impressive displays have also caught the attention of PSG and Newcastle. In fact, all three clubs have put the Lens starlet on top of their list for the upcoming January transfer window. I saw some clips of him on social media the other day. This guy looks absolutely rapid.
Yeah, it's definitely doing the rounds. It reminds me of when that Van der Ven tackle went viral just before we signed him. So maybe they're doing the same. Clearly, he's someone with the pace. He got 37 kilometers an hour he was running, which is mad pace. So
the funny thing is, though, with that clip, though, he didn't actually win the ball.
No, he did not. Unlike Van der Ven, who made a goal-saving challenge. So look, when it comes to someone who could be a backup for Van der Ven with that kind of pace, I can understand our interest. And with Van der Ven, we can't seem to keep him on the pitch for more than 25 games a season. We're going to need someone who can fill in there. So maybe he could be the guy potentially.
Yeah, he is right-footed, not left-footed. So does that come into his thinking?
Maybe. Can he play on the left side is the main thing. Yeah,
I'm not too sure. I'm not sure where he's been playing for Lens this season. It just says centre-back. It doesn't say on the left or on the right.
KHUSANOV. How do you spell that? Don't even know.
It looks like they play a back three and he plays the right centre-back in the back three.
What's his passing stats, though? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be passed too much. Very strong, it seems like a very aggressive centre-back. He's got very strong tackling interceptions, which means he really goes for things. Doesn't wait for defenders. Attacker, sorry. Pass completion is not bad, but he doesn't attempt too many passes. Oh, but you know what? His pass completion's good, and his progressive passes is not bad as well. So maybe they're looking at those metrics and thinking, if we can get him on the ball more, then actually he can be a good passer.
Interesting. So look, I think it's definitely one to think about. One of those under-the-radar centre-backs that's making their name in the game, 20 years of age at this moment in time, and one that's really emerging this season for Lens, Uzbekistan international.
Could be an interesting one in January, potentially.
Yeah, exactly. And last but not least, we're going to talk about a goalkeeper that goes by the name of John Victor of Botafogo. UOL, I think they're a Brazilian publication, say that Botafogo goalkeeper John Victor Maciel Furtado could be an option for Tottenham in the January transfer window. And Peter O'Rourke says that Man United and Tottenham are among the number of European clubs eyeing a move for the Botafogo goalkeeper. Victor has emerged on the radar as a host of top European clubs are following his success with Botafogo this season, playing a key role in their historic double of winning the Copa Libertadores and the Brazilian League. His form saw him voted as the best goalkeeper in the Copa and the Brazilian Serie A, and unsurprisingly, he has attracted interest from teams in England, Germany, Portugal, with Botafogo bracing themselves for offers for the talented goalkeeper.
Yeah, but the guy's 28, so does he want to come in and be a number one? And once Vicario's back, is that going to happen? I don't know. Obviously, if he comes in and we have two very good goalkeepers, then I'm happy with that, but I just think John Victor probably won't want to come here right now. Yes, he'll get a run in the team until March, and if he's that good, maybe he can keep Vicario out of the team, but I don't know if is that the kind of keeper we're looking at, a keeper who's at that kind of age, or do we want a younger keeper who's more willing to kind of bide his time? Yeah,
it's interesting to see which way we go, because we've got young goalkeepers that are supposedly got a big future. Josh Keeley's doing really well right now for Leyton Orient. You've got what's his name?
Austin?
No, not Gunter. Luca Gunter, that had an unbelievable season last year for the under-21s. He's not on loan anywhere. He's not even playing for the under-21s this season. He's just in and around the first team squad training, which is interesting. So we do have those kind of young goalkeepers, which they've got high hopes for. So maybe they are thinking, go for someone a bit more experienced and give them maybe more game time in the Cups and Europe.
Maybe. I don't. Yeah, I mean that'd be interesting if they do go that way. But he seems like he's ready to be a number one somewhere.
Yeah.
If he's goalkeeper of the year and a team has just won a double and all that kind of stuff, I don't think he wants to come and be on the bench.
Yeah. But I guess I'd love to see someone. The thing is, though, I was looking into his stats and stuff, and he's one that's unbelievable shot stopper, right? Really physical, tall, amazing. I think he's 6'5" or something, and he's like really aggressive and physical when it comes to claiming the corners and all this kind of stuff. But his frailties are kind of playing out the back and his ball playing ability. So I'm not sure if he's one that will fit the system too well.
Well, Ange always said, don't pass it to anyone with gloves. So.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that is your Tottenham update. Let us know in the comment section below your thoughts regarding all the news stories that we've brought to you today.